Hi everybody, my name is Leah. I'm an intuitive soul healer at Soul Revitalization Healing, and I do holistic healing. I have a traditional mental health background, but I also work with ascension and I work with other spiritual related topics. And as we move into the equinox, I felt guided to start doing some sign readings. So here we are. Today I'm going to be doing the sun sign Taurus or moon sign or rising or whatever resonates. Even if you come across this message and it resonates with you and it's not your sign, that's okay too. So I'm a very intuitive reader. A lot of this is really more channeled from my higher self, my guides, but I pull cards too. I read them differently than some people, so don't get thrown off by that, okay? All right, so Taurus, how are you doing today? Taurus is one of my favorite signs actually, and I'm a Scorpio, so that's a little bit odd because opposite signs usually don't get along, but I feel like Scorpio and Taurus really do get along. I have a lot of really good Taurus friends, and I love how stubborn your energy is. I know that sounds like a dig, but it's not, because Scorpios are stubborn in their own way. And I also love how there's kind of an intensity there. And I think that Scorpios and Taurus really get each other in that way. So yeah, so let's see what's going on with you as we move into the equinox, as we move into the second half of September. What kind of lessons are you learning, and what's going on with you? Okay. I see the bigger picture. I let it all go and I open up to possibility. Okay. It doesn't make sense. And I made so many mistakes, I feel like I can't breathe. Those are the messages I'm getting. So for Taurus, I'm getting you're making sense of something. There's a lot of stuff in your life that has you feeling so anxious. You feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you made a lot of mistakes. You feel like there's other stuff though that it's not even just about the mistakes you've made. I almost feel like you're looking for mistakes that you made to make sense of why you are where you are right now in your life. So it's not even just about the real mistakes you've made, but also a sense of you deciding that you've made mistakes or trying to figure out what the heck did I do wrong? Why am I here? Right now, this month is about learning to see the bigger picture of what's happening in your life and what has happened in your life, okay? I open up to all possibility. The lesson here is really to let go of your suffering and to move into a deeper level of understanding. And the more that you move into a deeper level of understanding, the more that you're able to make meaning of what's happened to you, the happier you're going to be and the more peace that you're going to have with what you're going through. Okay? I'm actually feeling some super heavy stuff, Taurus. So I'm sorry you're having such a hard month. I mean, we're all going through it with this energy, with the moon, the full moon and everything, but I really feel a heaviness here. And what I'm getting is to kind of work on seeing the bigger picture. And if you can't find meaning in it that makes sense to you, that feels just to you, because I also really get a sense of injustice. Like a lot of injustice was going on. Really kind of think about how it helped transform you as a person. Sometimes whenever I do existential therapy and I do existentialism, because I know as spiritual beings, a lot of us see that we look at the bigger picture and we kind of look at it from our higher self's perspective, but I don't think that's really helpful whenever you're still really, really wounded. And I'm feeling a lot of deep wounding right now with Taurus. So right now, what you might need to do is, instead of looking at it from maybe that even spiritual higher self lens, if you can't do that yet, although it's there if you want to access it, is also really maybe looking at it more from a make the meaning. How can you make meaning out of it? And that's kind of where we get an existential philosophy where life isn't a meaning, life is what we make of it. So how can you kind of use that way to make meaning and create your own meaning? What is a way that you can find peace with what's happened to you? What is a way that you can see the bigger picture? And I feel like the more that you do that and the more you kind of create that, you'll move into that deep knowing, that deep understanding of what your soul's plan was, what the knowledge that you gained, and what the wisdom is. Okay? And that's going to help you open up, let go of that suffering, because right now we're moving into a whole lot of new energy. Letting go of the past and being here now instead of recreating that in your future. Don't worry about your mistakes. I'm also getting to declutter, guys. You all need to kind of declutter and get rid of some stuff, mentally, emotionally, and physically in your mind. Okay, so really go through your house, and anything you don't want, get rid of it. Donate it. Anything in your mind that you don't want, get rid of it. Don't donate it. You can, but you know what I mean. Faithfulness, reflection, and lover. Interesting. So I see some stuff coming up in love for this month, you guys. I'm feeling some of what's going on with you is being reflected inside of you with another person. So there might be a lot of healing lessons right now going on that have to do with faithfulness. And what I'm getting actually is more feeling like people aren't faithful to you the way that you're faithful to them. Because what I know about Taurus is you guys are such good lovers. You're very faithful. It's like, if I decide on you, you're mine. This is it. We're done. You know what I mean? Might take you a while to get there, but it takes, whenever you commit, And I kind of get like you almost feel like you're being attacked. That's what I keep getting, like you're being attacked by the people who are supposed to be faithful to you, that are supposed to love you. And I keep getting that there is some kind of reflection in this for you to learn about yourself. And I'm not saying you stay in a relationship, especially if it's abusive. Get out. You know what I mean? Don't take abuse, don't take crap from people. But at the same time, I do get that there's something here that you're learning about the way that you love yourself and the way that you see yourself, and it's being reflected back in you and other people. So whenever people are leaving, I'm thinking maybe there's a way to think about how you've abandoned yourself. In ways that you feel like you're being attacked, and what ways do you attack yourself? All of this is a reflection of who you are. It's really mirroring who you are. And whenever you use this tool as to really start looking at yourself and your own wounding, your relationships are really going to transform. But for you guys, I haven't been focusing these on love like a lot of people do, but for you guys, I'm really getting a romantic relationship that's really kind of forcing you to look within, and it's causing a lot of conflict in your life. And I feel like there's almost a sense of betrayal, and it's not necessarily a sense of betrayal and cheating, but it's like, you're supposed to be there for me, you're supposed to love me, you're supposed to love me this way. And I think right now part of what you're letting go of is your own mistakes in the relationship too, because I feel like you guys are kind of beating yourself up like, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. And I do think it's a two-way street here. It's not just that you were abused, but then it's like, I must have done something wrong if they're going to treat me this way. And really, I don't think any of you did anything wrong. You guys were all acting from where you were in the moment, and you're healing and you're wounding, actually, on both sides. And you guys are both kind of working towards healing that, and you're mirroring each other and you're reflecting with each other. And that reflection is going to help you learn a lot about yourself and heal. So whatever you find that comes up, that is what you need to heal. So whenever something is triggering you and you're feeling upset, whenever you're feeling wounded, you need to go within and you need to really think about it, and you really need to see why this is coming up that way. Whether or not you're in a committed relationship or it's just someone you're romantically interested in, it feels so strongly romantic that it's really hard for me to say that it could be in another relationship, but if it applies to you in a different way, it could. But I really feel like romantic here is coming up. What else is going on? Okay, you guys are really going through a lot of self-discovery right now. I see a lot of you are growing spiritually, maybe starting to reach out more in a spiritual way than you have before. Praying if you never prayed before, or meditating, or kind of developing some kind of spiritual practice where you're almost asking the universe for help and for guidance. And this might be the first time some of you have done this, or at least in the way that you're doing it, to the extent that you're doing it. Because I'm getting like this new, like, I don't even know what to do anymore. I give up. I gotta look for guidance a different way. I'm also getting like kind of throwing yourself into work, but I'm also getting that this might be, I almost feel like it's like a sense of workaholism where it's not even just in your work field, but it's in life. You're almost pushing so hard towards something that you're like spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere. Like you're stuck in the mud, you're stuck in the grass, and you keep spinning your wheels, and the grass keeps throwing all around you, it gets you dirty and muddy, but you're not getting anywhere. So I'm getting to kind of relax that energy a little bit, let it go. Allow yourself to kind of let go of a stronghold that you have and go really within. Because right now you're really in a big time of self-discovery, and you're learning so much about yourself. You are learning a lot more about who you are as a person, who you are as a spiritual being, what your life purpose is, and really like learning about a lot of wounds you didn't even know you had. Like I feel a lot of this, you guys, you knew a lot about your wounding, you've done a lot of work, you've done a lot of healing, but there's some stuff that's really been outside of your awareness that's really, really being triggered and coming up this month. Feelings of inadequacy, feelings of even like noticing ways that you've settled and now you're like, why did I do that? You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're just really like looking at like a lot of your life decisions and being like, why did I do that? And you're learning a lot about yourself and why you made those decisions. So really take this time for your self-discovery. Take this time for your spiritual growth, because also the spiritual practices that you're starting to incorporate are going to bring you results. They're going to bring you answers. I'll be here if you have questions, because it can be scary once you start getting the answers, trust me. But it's almost like you've kind of been brought to your knees by something, and you kind of have to surrender in some ways. And it's really teaching you a lot about yourself. So let me get one more message for you guys. What else do you need to know this month, Taurus? Let's see. I feel like we're almost complete. All right. This card suggests you live lightly and wisely, bringing joy, fun, and laughter into your life. You're also guided to develop your healing abilities, serving your fellow humans and the planet. And I think this comes with healing yourself. I got the dolphin card. For you guys. So basically the dolphin is, I know this sounds weird, I don't know if you're into it or not, but a lot of you guys are questioning and trying new things anyways. Try asking the dolphins for help. The dolphin energy brings a lot of joy and fun into your life. I've done it before and asked for dolphin guides, and I feel very connected, but that's part of like where my starseed origins and stuff are from. cetaceans. So I feel very strongly connected to dolphins and ocean animals, and if you do too, try asking them for help, because they have a lot of joy. That is something they actually bring to us, and if you ask them for help, they will. Why not? Nobody has to know. Give it a go. All right, so that's what I got for you this month, Taurus. Really try to live a little bit more lightly, allow yourself to have joy, and just embrace this journey of self-discovery this month, and forgive yourself for any mistakes that you made. You didn't make as many as you did. You need to see that you made some mistakes, because it's going to help you grow in the future. And other people are making mistakes with you too, but it's really going to teach you profoundly a lot about yourself. And the more that you know about yourself, the more that you can face that, the more that you're going to be able to move forward in a really healthy way and turn those weaknesses into strengths. Okay, use that stubbornness for your healing. All right, I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will have more messages for you next month. All right, bye-bye.